Hello there, Pisces. How's it going? It's time for your elemental reading. This is going to be for the water ox, and I know you guys have been waiting for me, and I'm slowly getting to everybody. But this year for the water ox is going to be a little bit of a challenging year for you guys, and the reason why is because the horse and the ox are both kind of like opposites. So this year is you're gonna have to deal with, patience. Now also, fire and water are also opposites. They kind of clash, right? But that's gonna be kind of like, that's gonna be your silver lining. That's what it's gonna be. Um, you know, the ox, prefers stability, routine, and patience, and the horse is going to bring a lot of speed and change and risk and impulsive fire. You know what I mean? Just it's really a fast moving year. Where things and people are moving really fast. And I'm an ox myself, so yeah. I'm not a water ox. I'm a metal ox, but yeah, I'm still an ox. And so, you know, this year is going to be less comfort and more forced growth and boundary setting, and also redefining priorities. So yeah. Now, as far as your career and your finances go, you can expect some sort of sudden change in work dynamics or some sort of responsibilities. And, for some of you, you may feel rushed or pushed by others, but, don't let any urgency, force you to do something to make a bad decision. In other words, slow down. Don't, just pace yourself out. Okay, don't rush something and then do a sloppy job. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so just be strategic about it and slow down. Don't react. Don't react, hard, like with your emotions or anything. Just, yeah. And, long-term plans can still succeed, but only if you adapt without abandoning, your core values. Okay, so basically, let others run fast while you run smart. Yeah. Okay. Now, in relationships, there could be some emotional misunderstandings. It's possible, especially if you're around somebody that's impulsive or has a real dominant personality. So, and yeah, I feel you on that one for sure. You also may feel drained, if you overgive. So, this is a year to set limits and stop carrying other people's emotional loads. This is a year of taking care of, yourself, right? Um, Now, the fire horse year is going to challenge you. It's going to challenge your patience. It's kind of like on purpose. You know what I mean? It's going to challenge your. It's going to challenge your patience on purpose. What it's there for is to teach you a little bit of flexibility and emotional detachment, and when to say no. So yeah, this is the the redefining priorities, right? So now, if you resist any change, if you resist it entirely, it's gonna build up too much stress. So it's just saying to bend slightly, okay? This is for your personal growth, know when to say no, know when to, emotionally detach from some things. This is the kind of things that are going to be tested. So, if you bend slightly, life will smooth out a little bit, all right? And also, you really need to watch out for burnout, It's a fire year. And, you can easily get burned out, especially if you're, trying to rush through things. Like I said, Pisces, slow down, let other people's rush. You just move slowly and pace yourself, okay? It's going to seem really urgent, but if you pace yourself, it's not, okay? Don't get into the mindset like I have to do this, because, don't get into that, because then you could rush it and then do a sloppy job and not do a good job, Yeah, basically, you don't need to overwork to prove yourself. That's for sure, all right? So the key guidance for you guys this year is to move deliberately and don't compete. Don't compete with fast, reckless energy. That's for sure. Protect your emotional reserves and adapt, but don't abandon who you are. All right? So this year is going to strengthen, it's going to test your strength, but it's also going to harden it too. It's going to make you stronger. All right? Now here in January, it's, slow start. The earth, the fire horse hasn't really completely started yet. It doesn't start until February. So, but this month is saying to avoid arguments and rushed commitments, okay? Basically, January is a month for rest. Yeah. Just prepare yourself now. Now in February, external demands are going to increase. Work responsibilities intensify, and someone may try to rush you or try to dominate you. Wow. So make sure that you hold your boundaries firmly and stand your ground. Yeah, for sure. Now when we get to March, momentum begins to build. A chance to correct earlier mistakes. That's good. A good month for paperwork, financing, and restructuring. Also, your emotional clarity is going to improve as well. So the theme in March is stabilization. Yeah. When we get to April, tension between patience and urgency. Okay, well, that's what I was talking about earlier. Others move fast, and what you need to do is just move deliberately. Avoid impulsive spending or impulsive decisions. Choose quality over speed. Like I was saying, don't get rushed into something so you do a bad job. You want to do a good job, and so this is you taking control. It is. Now in May, it's going to be one of your best months, so this is a good one. Recognition for steady effort, financial or work-related improvement, and relationships feel more balanced. So the reward is through patience. It's a favorable month. Just be patient. This is a really good month for you guys in May. Now in June, the fire horse energy kind of peaks. High stress, there could be high stress potential in June for sure. So just watch out for exhaustion and frustration and step back instead of pushing harder. So, you don't have to push any harder. And you may need to, have a conversation with someone in June as well. All right? When we get to July, emotional recalibration. You may feel detached from draining people. Insight. This is going to give you, this is good. This is going to give you insight to what really truly matters to you. And it's a quiet month. July is a quiet month, even though, the fireworks are going off and everything, but for the most part, July is a time for healing and rest. Yeah. And reset. And so, in July, I feel you're going to have emotional clarity. Now, August is another real positive month. Practical success through consistency. It's a good month for negotiations, commitments, and measured success. So I really like it. Now when we get to, so that's going to be a really good month. So when we get to September, slow down a little bit. This is good. There's going to be some sort of delays that happen possibly in September, and that's going to be kind of a disguise. That's because it's going to give you time to protect your mistakes and fix them. It gives you time to review things instead of expanding. So avoid being stubborn and be flexible. All right. Be strategic. Be strategic in September. Now in October, recognition and adjustment. Changes in work or routine. Let go of what no longer supports you and take good care of your health, okay? Yeah, the theme this month in October is refinement. All right? We're almost to December. Here we are in November. Clarity is going to pay off. Yeah, you're going to get some clarity. Strong intuition. Strong intuition. Your water gives you a layer of intuition. And so that's going to really help you a lot, your water element. Even though it does clash with fire, like I said, that steam and that pressure, that's going to push you to go out and expand further. It's going to push you to grow, in other words. So it's really good. And by the time you get you're going to see real results in November. It's going to be one of your best months. Now when we get to December, finally things are starting to calm down, and you're going to be a lot wiser, and and in 2027 it's going to be a much smoother cycle. So I really like it. The theme is completion and renewal in December. All right. And the best months for the water ox is May, August, and November. And the months to be very careful is this month, January, June, and September. Okay? Yeah. The fire horse runs ahead, but the water ox endures. So, yeah, this year is going to reward you through patience over speed and making sure that you set your boundaries and not over giving, right? Strategy over reaction. Yeah, for sure. So what else is going on? Let's pull a couple runes out and see what the runes have to say. What's going on here with the water ox, the Pisces? Okay. That's interesting. Iwa's in reverse talks about slowing down. Iwa's talks about movement, right? Now the fire horse is a really fast, fiery month. So, this is slow. This is telling you to slow down. You don't have to go as fast. And then this is transformation right here. This is daylight. This is transformation. You're going to transform this year. This is going to be a transformative year. Okay, and you have Thoracisus. So Thoracisus is in reverse. So, there are a couple of volatile months in here. You really need to make sure that you're using your intuition, all right? And protect yourself. Protect your emotions and protect who you are. Yeah, that's what that's saying for sure. So I know this isn't going to be the very best month of your life, but the very best year of your life, but it's not really all that too bad because you're going to come out transformed and you're going to come out a lot better on the other end. All right, Pisces? All right, you guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. All right, Pisces. Bye for now.